Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the last presentation ceremony in what is almost certainly the last international match on this tremendous Antigua recreation ground, and what a way to finish. This is a ground which has seen so many records in its 25 years of hosting international cricket, and also seen the kind of finishes which we've seen today. One remembers the Pakistan match here when the West Indies won by 1 wicket, and today the West Indies holding on to draw the game. Next year for the World Cup, we'll go to a spanking new stadium not too far away, the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium, but it's sad to leave the Antigua recreation ground. The presentation party this evening is Mr. Darren Derrick, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Digicel Antigua and Barbuda, Mr. Kumar Rodney, who is the first Vice President of the Antigua and Barbuda Cricket Association, and the man of the match adjudicator is Mr. Enoch Lewis, the former Antigua and Barbuda and Leeward Islands batsman and the President of the Antigua and Barbuda Cricket Association. If I can now ask Mr. Kumar Rodney, please, to present the medals to the match officials. We welcome for the first time Mr. Jeff Crow, the former New Zealand player who has joined us as the ICC match referee for the Test series. The 2 standing umpires from Australia, Simon Taufel of the Emirates Elite panel, and Mr. Asad Rauf of Pakistan. And the off-field umpires, our own Billy Doctorow from Dominica, and Clancy Mack from here in Antigua and Barbuda. The match officials. And now, if I can ask the West Indies captain, Brian Lara, to come forward to have a few words with us. Ladies and gentlemen, West Indies captain Brian Lara. Well, Brian, I think you remember after the first 3 one-day internationals, I asked you not to do this to us again. Our hearts are stopping, and you did it again, and just getting out of jail.
Yeah, it was a great test match. It ebbed and flowed for 3 days, then ebbed away from us in the 4th and 5th. And I must commend the guys for showing a lot of character. I must commend the Indian team for the way they fought after the first innings deficit, and they came back actually in charge of the game on the 4th and 5th day. It was a tremendous test match and a great end to the Antigua Recreation Ground.
Not such a great end for you personally. What an ironic twist that all these runs you've got here, 375, 400 not out, you should have finished with a duck today.
Well, these things happen. I suppose you got to take the good with the bad, and today was an unfortunate day for me, but at the end of the day, we've got a bit of lifeline going into the rest of the series, and this ground has served me well, but it's also served West Indies cricket well, today especially.
What about the turnaround? What effect do you think it'll have on the team that you were in such a good position, leading by 130?
Well, I think, first of all, the guys have to understand that we are playing against one of the best teams in the world, and not because you're in top, that we can relax. And India showed a lot of character, a lot of fight. They came back and was in charge of the game. I like the fact that we were behind the 8 ball come the 5th day, and we showed a lot of character. Chris Gayle, Chandrapal, everybody chipped in, even David Mohammed. You know, some guys' best form of defense is to attack, and he showed that today.
Good half century.
Yeah, first half century, and hopefully he has many more, but in less tense situation.
Brian Lara, thank you for all the entertainment, the history that you've made here and the Antigua Recreation Ground. Perhaps we look forward to some more next year in the World Cup at the new Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Lara, the West Indies captain. And now if I can ask the Indian captain, Rahul Dravid, to come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, Indian captain Rahul Dravid. Well, Rahul, so close and yet so far.
Yeah, it's a great test match, fantastic test match. We were behind with the backs to the wall with 3 days to go. Never thought we could get into this sort of position, but the boys showed a lot of character. we built our second innings around a brilliant double hundred by Wasim, and the boys showed great fight today as well.
You thought you had it in the end?
Well, it was close. I mean, at tea time didn't look like they had 7 wickets in hand, and we kept fighting. It was not going to be easy. The wicket didn't deteriorate or didn't behave badly as probably your fifth day wicket you might expect to. So it stayed a good wicket right through. I think we had a great effort to be in the position we were at the end of the day.
After your 4-1 defeat in the one-day internationals, this must do a lot for your spirit.
It does. I mean, it's good for the squad. It's good for the team, especially the way we fought back after the second day. I mean, we didn't bat very well in the first innings, and we had a tough day in the field in the second. So it's great for the team and sets up the series beautifully.
You go on now to St. Lucia for the next Test match starting on Saturday. A lot of people have commented on your team selection here. Do you think you'll have something different there?
Oh, I'm not aware of the comments. I tend to not pay much attention to that. Just focus on my team and see what's the track's like and pick what we think's the best 11. I mean, there's always a debate and conjuncture, and people like to do that. We try to focus on playing the cricket.
Well, you've got 3 more Test matches after this, and thanks for the entertainment. You've given us plenty of entertainment in the one-day internationals and in this Test match. We can look forward to some more in the 3 Tests coming.
Thanks, Tony. It's been a pleasure to play in front of the crowd as well. I think it's been terrific. They were great today, great atmosphere today, and it was great to play the last game at the ARG, which has produced so many great feats. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian captain, Rahul Dravid. The Man of the Match award, and there were several outstanding performances, but Enoch Lewis, the president of the Antigua and Barbuda Cricket Association, the former Leeward Islands and Antigua and Barbuda batsman, really couldn't go much further than to award the Man of the Match award to Wasim Jaffer for his 212 in India's second innings. Receives his cheque and the medal from Mr. Darren Derrick, Chief Executive Officer of Digicel Antigua and Barbuda. Well, Wasim, well done. A double hundred here. There have been a lot of runs scored in this ground by a lot of famous batsmen, and you've joined them.
Yeah, it feels nice. First double hundred for me in the Test cricket, and to get double hundred on this ground on the last Test feels really nice.
You only came in, you missed the one-day series. You only came in, a few days before the Test match. Took some time to acclimatise?
Yeah, I had a shin operation before I came here, so I didn't have much practice before this. Just had a 2-day game at the warm-up game, and that was it actually. So it was nice to get runs straight away.
But you've got runs here before. The last time you were here, you got 86.
Yeah, last time I missed 100, so it's nice to get a double hundred now.
And of course, you've had an up-and-down career. You haven't played much since you were here last time. And then you came back against England, 81, and then 100, and now a double 100. Seems as if you're there for good now.
Yeah, I just want to be consistent now. I mean, I've learned by getting dropped from the squad, so it's been good experience. So I just want to be consistent from here on.
How was your heart this afternoon towards the end?
Yeah, it would be nice to, finish with the win, but it's a nice game anyway.
Well, thanks for your entertainment. Tremendous innings. 212, Wasim Jaffer, the man of the match.
Wasim Jaffer played so beautifully in this Test match, his first Test match, double hundred, and he'll remember this for quite some time.